It's weird. I didn't realize you have to acclimate. When you live in LA for a long time and then you come back to the Midwest, you have to acclimate because they don't have roadkill in LA, right? And it's disturbing because there's big hunks of raw meat on the side of the road and it's got eyes and it looks at you when you drive by. And I just feel like with technology the way it is, they should have figured out how to combine like a deer and like a piñata. Right, that's a better car accident. Snickers! But I was going to the East Coast to do this showcase for these colleges, right? And I drive, by the way, you can laugh out loud, sir. That's really, he loved that joke and is making no noise whatsoever. It's like, come on, man. That's the whole thing here. That's how I know I'm doing well, because they can't see smiles in the office. They're like, well... But anyway, I'm glad you liked that joke. You seem like you enjoyed it quite a bit. You guys could make a little fucking noise, too. I'm just saying, you seem happy. A lot of people would show it by laughing. I'm not telling you how to behave in public. So here's what happened. I'm driving to the East Coast, right? I don't think I'm a racist, man, but I was born in and currently reside in North Dakota, so I have no way of checking. But I lived in LA for a long time. That's a very culturally diverse area, sir. I did not feel like a racist when I was in Los Angeles. I lived in Minneapolis for a long time. Very culturally diverse city. Did not feel like a racist in Minneapolis. I drove through Chicago. Just a little, not like a full-on, just like a little bit. There's just neighborhoods where people are so broke and so mad, and they were not enjoying the honkiness of my face. Okay, this was not a terribly popular look with some people. I saw a dude pushing a hot water heater down the street in a grocery cart who hated me. He's like, you're gonna die. I'm like, yeah, I should join the Klan, which I don't know how to do because we don't have that. I assume you fill out a card, they give you a little thing, you put it on your keychain. Every time you hate someone, you swipe it, then at the end of the month you get free ice cream. Because that's how every organization I belong to functions. But I got through Chicago and I got to Gary, Indiana. And I believe the expression is if an armpit had an asshole. Welcome to Gary. But I will say, the Subway sandwich shop I stopped at was just a multicultural hugfest of love and sandwiches. And that's what I'm getting to with this bit. I think we're maybe doing better, right? And I'm a big white guy from North Dakota. I am not the person to ask about race relations, but it seems like it, right? We've had a black president 2 times, whether you like him or not, that says good things. But that's not how you know. It's not when Harvard graduates rise to power that you go, oh, people are getting along. It's when broke-ass people come together that you go, wait a minute, there was magic happening. Here's what happened. Have you ever heard the voice of a person before you see the face of that person, so you make a picture of them in your brain? I'm eating my breakfast over my shoulder. You got to go push some hash brown, wait here till you do. And I look, and the dude's missing a tooth, and he's got the gaunt, I've been smoking meth every day for 6 months cheeks, the scruffy beard, and the shitty hat, and the drugged out eyes, and the shitty shirt, and I'm just like, nailed it. I look to his wife, she's got, have you ever taken a nap and you get the sleep drool that goes from your mouth to your ear, you know what I'm talking about? She's rocking a big white trail of dry spit, and her bangs are like you cut those at home with kindergarten scissors. That's glaringly apparent. Drugged out eyes, shitty shirt, but she was an African American. Now, I date black chicks. You see white guys and black chicks. You see black guys and white chicks. What you never see is, you get to dinner. You don't see hillbillies and black chicks. And that is a testament to the love-creating power of meth. 2 people of such diverse cultural backgrounds, such sworn enemies, can set aside their differences and come together to be just a gross, methy, interracial that brought children into the world. Thank Christ for that. But I don't know what to call that dude anymore, right? Like, he's not white trash. He left that party when he hooked up with her. God bless you, sir. It's beautiful when boundaries are torn down, but we need something, you know, for all of us, of all colors, of all religions, all of us showered, betoothed. non-meth smoking people, to let you know, we're better than you. So I gave it a lot of thought, and I think this works for everybody, no matter what color you are, no matter what God you pray to. I think from now on, we call them Walmarts. You're welcome. Remember when meth was the scary drug? Like, that was not that long ago. If something happened, like you're watching the news, something horrifying happens because of drugs, it was because of meth, right? But then they came out with a new drug, and you take it, and you'll eat another man's face. That's quite a trick to the dealer, isn't it? Ooh, exactly right. We're getting to it, though, so stay with me. I have a whole joke. This is just where we take off. We're going on a journey, my friend. But I need you with me. Quite a trip to the dealer. Boom, back in the moment. Hey, what's that drug do? Well, this drug, you smoke it, and you'll giggle a bunch, and you'll feel kind of goofy, and snack foods will be fantastic. That sounds pretty good. What's that drug do? Well, this drug, it'll crack your brain open, and you'll perceive time and space differently, and you'll have visions and epiphanies that will change your worldview for the rest of your days. That sounds pretty good. What's that drug do? Well, this drug will make you feel more evil than you've ever felt in your entire life, and it is entirely possible you will find yourself eating another man's face. Let me get like a bump. I just want to, let me taste it. I don't want to like full on, you know what I mean? Just give me enough to like, you know what I mean? Just like, I'll just take a chunk out of you, not a whole like, I want to try to eat your face shit. And they should call it eat your face shit, right? They shouldn't call it bath salts. Bath salts makes it sound good, right? Like, have you ever seen Intervention? There's a show on A&E where they follow around drug addicts, you know what I'm talking about? They did an episode where this whole family did meth together, and the kids are like, we only do meth with our dad. And you're like, awesome. But they inject it, and they did a video, like a graphic to show what's happening when they inject the meth, and they show like a white ball of light goes up your arm and explodes into your brain in a million colors. And I'm watching that, and I'm like, we should get some meth. That sounds awesome. So when you call it bath salts, people don't go, oh no, eat your face shit. People go, my bathroom is full of drugs. Somebody get me a lighter. Cut to 6 hours later. How you feeling, man? I don't know. I smoked like a whole bottle of Mr. Bubble and I don't feel shit. Like, if you do a lot of pot jokes, what happens is people walk up to you after the show and they're like, dude, that was a good show. Do you want to smoke some pot? And I feel like if I do this joke long enough, eventually people are going to be like, dude, that was a good show. Do you want to, we can like eat some faces? Like, look at my friend's head. It's like a chubby melon. Come on, dude. So I get out there, and like I said, it was to do the showcase for these college people. And I don't know how to act, because they want you to be super clean, but I don't know where the line is, because different things, people have different lines for where clean is, and you want to go as far as you can go. Like, is vagina a dirty word? Because if it is, I guess we're pretending half the people in this room didn't bring one. And the only thing protecting us from the vaginas is a thin layer of fabric. And if that wasn't there, the vaginas would just be chomping at us with their sharp, horrifying teeth. It's not a game I'm willing to play. But like, we're worried about our bodies, right? You never know what's going to set us off, right? I'm going to talk about history for a second. I know some of you guys are a little young. I will try not to bore you. You might have gone to school during No Child Left Behind. So you're stupid, but in 2004 we had this thing, it's called the Super Bowl. You've heard of it, right? It's a big sports game, and there's 7-layer dip and kegs of beer, and the commercials are hilarious, and people love it. Well, in 2004, at halftime, they have celebrities come out, and one of the celebrities' bosom was exposed for 9/16 of a second, and then the earth stop spinning on its axis. Do you remember that? Like everybody shit a pancake, didn't they? Children were going door to door. Please, my parents saw titty for a fraction of a second. If you could give us blankets or money, jelly beans, guns, anything, please, God, help us. 2012, 8 years after the fact, the Supreme Court of the United States of America finally handed down a decision. CBS, $500,000, 9/16 of a second. What were you talking about for 8 years, right? Gentlemen, the Republican notwithstand the scourge of another titty upon the land. But it's titties! And they'll tell you it's to protect children, right? We can't have children looking at titties. But when children look at titties, they're not like, yeah, titties. That's what I do. When children look at titties, they're like, oh, lunch. I used to eat there. That place is awesome. They hold your head while they feed you. Read what I wrote on Yelp. Seriously. It might be for me, right? Because like I love titties and I love the mystery of the titty and I love that we keep them in secret and then we share them at special moments. I think that's awesome. It's like, you know how you look under the Christmas tree and you're like, that is an Xbox 360, right? But when you open it, you're still like, yeah, it's an Xbox 360. I'm like that with every titty, right? Like I know what's popping out of there, but when it comes out, I'm still like, yeah, it's a titty! The government is trying to protect us because the titties have been doing some really, really horrible shit. Right? Like maybe they found an 8mm film in the basement of the Smithsonian from like after the Kennedy assassination. You watch it and it's like, gentlemen, are you to have me to believe that a lone gunman with a single shot Russian rifle fired one round out of a window of a book depository, entered the body of President Kennedy through the brain pan, exited through his shoulder blade, did a 75-degree turn mid-air, defying the laws of God and man, and then Governor Connolly through the neck, exited through his pelvis. I say to you, no bullets capable of such a feat. Only thing they could do that would be a titty.